I'm Sebastian St. James. Here are some popular ETFs. This is State Street's SPY. It has a management cost of 0.0945%. Yeah, that's pretty good. Its fund objective is to map the S&P 500.
Denied.
Oh, that's a bit rude. Okay, let's move on. This is Vanguard's VEU. It has a management fee of 0.00%. It is based on the whole world, excluding the United States. Yeah, got that.
Denied.
Again. Oh, let's move on. This is BlackRock's IVV. It has a management fee of 0.04%. I think that's the best yet. Its investment objective is to track the S&P 500.
Approved.
Oh, thank goodness, about time. This is NDQ for BetaShares. It tracks the NASDAQ 100. It has management costs of 0.48%, which are rather high if you ask me.
Approved.
Really? Okay, let's see how these ETFs line up. SPY was denied, VEU was denied, right? IVV and NDQ were both approved. Interesting. Could it be that some of these ETFs are not actually on the ASX? You can't actually buy them, then of course they would be denied. SPY is in fact an S&P 500 fund. See the little Australian flag on the right-hand side? That means it is on the ASX. VEU. The Vanguard All World X US Shares Index is also on the ASX. IVV, iShares S&P 500 is on the ASX. And NDQ, BetaShares NASDAQ 100 is on the ASX. We find that every single one of these is tradable on the ASX, so clearly that is not the problem. Oh, could they be rejected because of their high management fees? Yeah, that's got to be it. SPY has a management fee of 0.0945%, right? Got that. VEU has a management fee of 0.07%, duly noted. IVV has a management fee of 0.04%. All right, so that's lower. Yeah, that makes sense. And NDQ has a management fee of 0.48%. Okay, this is not working out. So we find the lowest management fee is indeed one of our approved shares, but then NDQ is the highest at 0.48%. So clearly this approval is not based on management fees. These ETFs are based on index funds. Not all index funds are the same. Could it be that some index funds are wonderful, you should invest in them, and others are really dodgy? Let's see. SPY is based on the S&P 500. Right, got that? VEU is based on the FTSE All World excluding US index. Okay, well that's new. iShares is based on the S&P 500. NDQ is based on the NASDAQ 100, which is the largest 100 shares on the NASDAQ excluding financials. With SPY, we find the S&P 500 is denied, but we find it's approved with IVV. That is really weird. It is not the index that's causing these ETFs to be rejected. Oh, it could be the actual company who started and holds the index. We find that SPY is created by State Street. VEU is created by Vanguard, right? I hear a lot of good things about Vanguard. IVV is created by BlackRock with the branding of iShares. NDQ is created by BetaShares. Okay. So this has to be it. On our table, we find they are owned by State Street, Vanguard, BlackRock, BetaShares. No similarity there. None of these ETFs are owned by the same company. Other than the fact that BlackRock and BetaShares start with B and the others don't, I can't see any similarity. Well, that's weird. Oh, could it be the letters themselves? These are not just ETFs, they're actually represented by stock codes. I went into Google Translate to find out what these stock codes meant in ancient Latin. SPY in Latin translates into modern English as spy or a secret agent. Yeah, well, that makes sense. It's basically the same word. VUE in ancient Latin means view portal or spy hole. Okay, that's interesting. Maybe that's just a coincidence. IVV in ancient Latin means Oak Island. What? So I looked up Oak Island. Apparently it is an island in Nova Scotia in Canada. Interesting, but not relevant. NDQ in ancient Latin equals treasure in English. What? These stock codes translated from ancient Latin into English mean spy, spy hole, Oak Island, and treasure. Could it be that references to these ETFs were found in the money pit on Oak Island? Using numerology, I added up the values for the letters I, V, and V equals 496. I don't know if that's relevant. NDQ adds up to 817. Yeah. The letters SP and Y add up in numerology to 999. Okay. The letters VEU add up to 666. Aha! We found it! And 999 is 666 upside down. I had to get to the bottom of this. The truth is out there. So I turned to Google. What Australian ETFs does the Illuminati own? Clive Palmer and the Chamber of Secrets. What's that about? The article references the Australian branch of the Illuminati. This is a real article. I'm not making this up. Then I decided to go back to the ETFs themselves to see if there was a hidden clue. SPY, which is the first ETF we looked at, is domiciled in the United States. Aha! VEU is domiciled in the United States. Aha, aha! IVV from iShares is Australian domiciled. There we go. It also references W8 Ben forms, whatever they are. NDQ also references W8 Ben forms. That means it's Australian domiciled. So we have our answer. SPY, VEU are US domiciled, whereas IVV and NDQ are Australian domiciled. If you buy into an ETF, although it's listed on the ASX, do not assume it is domiciled in Australia. The region that the ETF covers will not tell you where the ETF is domiciled. SPY covers the region of the US, the S&P 500. It is domiciled in the US. IVV, which also covers the US, the S&P 500 is domiciled in Australia. So you can't tell based on the region. Domiciled equals the country in which the ETF is registered. That's all it means. ETFs not domiciled in Australia have two problems. Firstly, the dividends paid out by those ETFs are in a foreign currency, so not in Australian dollars. Secondly, you need to fill out a tax declaration form, which is a W8 Ben. A W8 who? This is a W8 Ben form. Wow, so many fields to fill in. Are you telling me if I buy an ETF that's on the ASX but domiciled outside Australia, I have to fill in a W8 Ben form for every single one? The answer is yes. Sometimes your broker allows you to fill in it once and it will pass it on, but yes, a form needs to go to each and every ETF that you buy. That leaves me with two questions. How do I deal with dividends paid in non-Australian dollars, particularly when it comes to tax? And how do I fill out a W8 Ben form? Those questions I will answer in my next video on this topic, so make sure you're subscribed so you don't miss out. However, what I can tell you are the best ETFs in Australia. Click here to find out.